What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. I apologize for the lack of content over the past week or so. It's been a little bit crazy. Started a new job, and so just adjusting to that whole schedule. On top of that, I want to say three or 4 days ago, I actually ended up pinching a nerve in my back. It was the weirdest thing. I went to grab a shirt and I felt something in my back kind of tighten up a little bit. It wasn't anything crazy, but over the course of the day, it just got worse and worse and worse. And yesterday, it was the point where it hurt to sit up. So I actually haven't been training for the past 3 days or so, just because I can't load up anything, carrying anything or moving, twisting, reaching. Anything was just really difficult. So I decided to take a few days off and kind of just reset and let my body kind of do what it had to do. Listen to my body, try not to be stubborn, and let myself heal as fast as possible so I can get back to it. So feeling good today, but I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys about, as you can see the title of this video, making adjustments, knowing when to make adjustments, and making good adjustments. So what I'm gonna do, take care of a couple things, and we're gonna sit down and chat for a little bit. I just have to say something. I moved here to Texas for one of the reasons being that it's supposed to be warm here. 11 and a half months out of the year. Woke up this morning, took the dogs out. One, it was spritzing raining, spitting rain. Two, it was 45 degrees out. It's not okay. It's basically summer here. No, it's the second week in April. Second week in April, and it's not warm yet, consistently. I want my money back. Just finished up. I actually did not film anything. I apologize. I know I haven't filmed a workout for you guys in probably about a week. But today, one, Yami is in Mexico right now, so I didn't have anybody to film me. Two, when I got to the gym, I felt really, really good. And setting up the camera, and it's not easy to set up a camera for a workout for yourself, especially when you don't have a tripod on this thing. I don't have a tripod. Yami took it to Mexico with her. And so in order to get footage when I'm alone, to set up the camera, to make sure the angle's right, because if I set it on top of, say, a preloaded bar, it's only gonna be a specific height. If I need to angle it or something, and it just takes a good amount of orchestration, I guess is the best word, in order to make the shot fit. And then there were people there, and it was just one of those things where I wanted to get the workout in. I felt really good, and I haven't gotten a workout in 3-4 days, and so I just wanted to get through the workout, so I apologize. But I will put the workout on the screen here for you guys if you want to screenshot it, just so I can give you something to work with, that I was here, that I did actually work out. It's not like I just walked in and took off my sweatshirt and walked out. So I did actually get a workout in. It felt really good. I am liking, how I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I am liking condensing the workout as far as number of exercises, but emphasizing those exercises a little bit more. So putting a little bit more volume into each exercise and cutting out an exercise completely. It feels really good to do that. I think I might continue doing that personally. I mean, you could do one movement and get all your volume from there, but the problem with that is you're not getting a variety there. I like the variety of 3 or so movements, and I find 4 is a little bit too, I'm not gonna say stressful, because you can definitely figure out 4 movements, but it's just nice to worry about 3 movements, really, really working on them and emphasizing the workout that way instead of the number of exercise. So emphasizing the quality of the movement versus just the quantity of the movements that you do. So other than that, workout really, really well, feeling really good. I can't emphasize that enough. After 2 or 3 days off, it feels really good to just get back in there and your body's ready to go. And sometimes those couple of days off really allow your body to recover more, therefore allowing you to get back in the gym and push it extra hard. So with that being said, got to go to the grocery store, and I'll catch you guys at home. All right, guys, we are on our way home now from the grocery store. Wanted to come on and chat about the title of this video, and that is making adjustments. I know I was supposed to do this right before I went to the gym, but it's all good. So it's coming to the point in my personal journey, and I'm sorry if the camera is kind of shaking a little bit. It's a little unstable, and I'm in a little bit of traffic, so I'm going to be stopping and going. But bear with me. I figured do it now. Kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. chat with you guys on my way home instead of having to get home and then do this. So like I said, it's getting to the point during my personal deficit and my cut where I'm gonna have to start making adjustments. And I've been very fortunate, whereas I started in a good spot enough to go 8 weeks. I've been in this deficit 8 weeks now and not had to make any adjustments up to this point. I haven't had to increase my cardio. I haven't had to cut out any more food. I started at a good spot enough to kind of carry me this far. However, I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna start to have to make adjustments, and kind of wanted to come on and talk about that. So, before you even make adjustments, you have to understand whether or not you're actually stalled out, you're truly stalled out. And a couple things to look for are, one, if you don't see any change for more than a week. You know, a week is kind of like the minimum. And over the past week, me personally, I've been playing with like the same ½ pound. I've been going down a little bit, I've been going up a little bit. I haven't hit a new low in over a week. And so my weekly average hasn't really changed too much. So that's gonna be the first indicator that I might need to make an adjustment. That's not the only indicator, but that's gonna be the beginning. Other than that, one thing I am happy about is, although my weight isn't changing, I know that my body's changing. So just because your weight isn't changing doesn't mean your body isn't making changes that you can't see, okay? So your body could still be changing on the inside, and you could be dropping your waist measurements, and things could be happening that you might not see visually on the scale every morning. For me, for example, I've noticed that I've gone down to the next belt loop without even struggling. So I put on my belt and I put it on, and I notice I'm down to the next belt loop without having to like wiggle it on or anything. So that's one thing I noticed that I'm very happy about. Another thing, visually, I noticed that in the gym, granted, sometimes I have a pump, but I feel much better. I'm looking better. I'm noticing things kind of coming out a little bit more. And so in that regard, I'm definitely seeing changes visually in the mirror, but not maybe visually on the scale. But like I said, I've gone 8 weeks without making any changes, so that's a pretty long time. And I know it's gonna come to the point where I need to start making changes. So basically, how I do it and how I approach it is, I don't just cut my carbs and call it good. I kind of manipulate things, and this kind of comes with knowing your body and understanding how your own body works well. Some people are gonna have to drop their carbs faster, some people are gonna have to drop their fats faster. The carbs are the disposable macronutrients, so those are typically the first things to go. Fats are essential for regulating hormones and making sure that your body's functioning correctly, whereas you can cut your carbs are the least essential macronutrient of the main three. I mean, like there's 4, alcohol is one of them, but alcohol is like you do not need it whatsoever. Carbs, debatable, everybody like needs carbs. It makes them feel good, it gives them more fast energy, and it just overall puts you in a better state of mind. So, but fats are essential for hormone regulation, for guys, testosterone production. If your fats get too low, your body's gonna slow down testosterone production, and testosterone is a huge hormone in terms of regulating your body fat, making sure you can build and maintain muscle. So make sure your fat stays up is fairly important. For ladies as well, your monthly cycle, making sure that, I mean, females need more fat to begin with just because of, you know, how you're built. And then protein, obviously, for building, maintaining, and recovering your muscle. It kind of goes protein, fat, and then carbs at the bottom. Carbs are the first thing to get taken away. So I do take away a majority of carbs, a little bit of fat, and then I actually increase my protein. So my net decrease is gonna be roughly about 200 calories. So what I'll do is I'll actually decrease by 250 calories combined carbs and fat, and then I'll increase my protein by about 50 calories. So essentially what I'm doing is, currently I'm at 180 protein, 65 fat, and 250 carbs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase my protein to 200 grams. So I'm increasing by 20 grams of protein, dropping by 5 grams of fat, and then dropping by 50 grams of carbs. So again, 250 calories down from carbs and fat, and then increasing by 50 calories worth of protein, netting me about a 200 calorie drop, okay? And that's about a 10% drop from where I'm at now. So I'm at about 2,300 calories, and I don't recommend dropping by more than about 10% every adjustment. If you're trying to increase your weight, I don't recommend increasing by more than 10%. If you're trying to drop weight, I don't recommend dropping by more than 10%. So 10% of where I'm currently at would be about 230 calories. I'm dropping by about 200. So trying to keep it conservative, trying to do the least amount possible in order to keep my progress going. And that's the end goal, really. You want to keep your food as high as possible while still keeping your progress going. You know, you don't want to just drop right down to 1,500 calories in my instance, be miserable and see some good progress, but then guess what? When you stall out, where are you going to go from 1,500 calories? You just have to increase your caloric burn, because you can't really decrease your food at that point. The point of this is what I'm doing for me. What you have to do is figure out what works best for you, and everybody's a little bit different. Again, it's trial and error. It takes a few times to figure out, okay, I need to take a little bit more carbs away, or I need to take a little bit more fat away, and playing with things like that. But guidelines: don't decrease more than 10%, and take it conservatively. You know, that's the biggest thing, and understand whether or not you're really at a plateau. Take it slow. And but with that being said, I'm about 2 minutes from home. Perfect timing. Decent little chat. Comment below if you have any questions, because it's the easy part is starting to see results. The hard part is making adjustments to continue seeing results, because a lot of people see that first stall out and like, oh, I can't do it. You know, it's 4, 6, maybe 8 weeks in. Oh, I can't do it. I'm done. I don't know what to do from here. And that's where the issue arises, is not necessarily seeing the initial result, but maintaining that progress and continuing to progress. So comment below with any questions you might have. That's gonna be it. I'll see you guys at home. All right, guys, so we're back home now. This is what I got at HEB. Again, like I said, not too much stuff, but just kind of the essentials that we tend to run out of first. So grab some split chicken breasts. This was on sale. Typically, the split breast, they basically take the breast and they cut it in half for you, which is what I typically do anyway. But typically, the split breast is probably upwards of like $3.99, $4.99 a pound, but it's on sale for $1.99 a pound. So I got 2 of those. Ended up getting some of the 99% ground turkey breast as well. This is like $3.99 right now at HEB. To find 99% ground turkey breast for less than, like, I would say $4.50 a pound, maybe $5 a pound, $4.99 is unheard of. So this is a whole pound of turkey breast. So I grabbed 3 more. I think I already have 2 in the freezer right now, but I figured I'd just grab some more. Grab some eggs, some cashew milk, some egg whites, sweet potatoes, and then more of the carb-sense tortillas, which is super high in fiber. And also grab some regular tortillas, because sometimes I'll have these. These are small, so you have to have a lot of them if you have like a good amount of filler, like the ground turkey or chicken or veggies or whatever you put in there. And I don't want to have too much fiber. I know it kind of sounds interesting, but I wanted to get some of these to get the fiber in, and then have some of these because you can have a couple of these without having like 40 grams of fiber, whereas these have like 13 or 15. These ones have 10 grams of fiber, but some of the bigger ones will have like 19 grams. So wanted to even out a little bit, be able to have a wrap without having a ton of fiber. And then some double protein English muffins. Gotta find some more protein stuff for breakfast. And so I'm probably gonna make my version of like a reduced fat turkey bacon sandwich from like Starbucks, where we have some of the Canadian bacon rounds and then an egg, or I'll probably use egg whites and then double protein English muffins. So since I am increasing my protein and dropping my carbs, I have to be a little bit more smart about my food choices. I can't just go like, oh, a regular carb tortillas, or I have to find more sources of protein in order to make sure I hit that without going over my carbs. But I also wanted to hit on how smart this one is. So I'm not gonna say her name because she'll know I'm talking about her, but I cut up her food. Apologies if this is disgusting, it's raw chicken, but I cut it up. She was over here waiting for it because she saw me like cutting up and preparing it, but she knows the H word. So if I say, are you, she'll know. So we'll see if she responds. Are you hungry? See? You hungry? Sit. Good girl. She's so smart. She is incredibly smart. I'm gonna see if she waits. She's probably starving. She's eating a little bit later than normal, but let me see. Wait, sit. Wait. Okay. I love her so much. She's so smart. I gotta also feed Bleeker and feed myself because it is 4:15 and I have not eaten a single thing other than my coffee this morning. So that's a little bit different. The great thing about fasting, unintentionally, I'm about to make a massive meal. I'm gonna show you guys in 3, 2, 1. Just about done cooking lunch, or it's almost dinner time. This is crazy. But just about done, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. So, main food is under here. We don't have a cover for our pans just yet, so we're using another pan to cover like the pan. So what's in here is 200 grams of rice, about 7 ounces of chicken, and then like a handful of kale, and some chopped up onions, just kind of steaming in there. Basically, I put the cover on top of the pan to allow the steam to kind of wilt the kale, and so it's not as like crunchy. I don't like the kale to be like leaves. I like it to be a little softer, kind of like, but not super wilted where it's like super mushy. So tossing that cover on there for a little bit. And then the turkey meatballs are finished right there. I'm gonna toss 5 of those in with that. Macros on this are 55 carbs, 20 fat, 82 protein. And some of you are gonna be like, can you even eat that much protein at once? You know, is it possible for your body to digest that amount? And I'm gonna hit you guys with some logic here, and I want you to think about, does that make sense? When you hear something and you're like, it kind of makes you think, I want you to think to yourself, does what is being said make sense? And on the surface, it probably will. You know, oh, 30 grams of protein, your body can only process it, boom, done. That's on the surface, it makes sense. But if you really think about it, if you go back in time and the cavemen, all right? You think the cavemen, we're ancestors of the cavemen. They survived. They were pretty much badasses. And so if they didn't eat all the time, they didn't have access to food like we have now. So I want you to think, when they killed an animal, when they had food, when they consumed their protein, do you think that when they consumed that amount, sometimes they weren't eating for a couple days, it's not like they ate every single day. When they consumed that amount of food, do you think they only absorbed 30 or 50 grams of protein in that one meal? Probably not. They would consume as much as they possibly could because they didn't know when their next meal was gonna be. And so their body had to break it down, they had to utilize it. It's not like they ate that much and their body only utilized 30 grams. It's just not the case. Now, it's gonna vary from person to person, but I'm gonna tell you it's probably higher than 30, it's probably higher than 50, it's probably, for some of us, it might be even higher than 100. So it's gonna vary from person to person, but you know, I wouldn't eat like 150 grams of protein at a time just because that's, just volume wise, that's a lot of food. And this meal is probably gonna take me about half an hour to eat. But moral of the story, think about when you hear something, think about it. Just take a second, think about it. Does it make sense? And chances are, if you really think about it, you'll kind of come to some realizations. So with that being said, I'm gonna eat this. Got to take care of some client emails, had quite a few coaching inquiries over the past few days, just kind of getting people started on those. And if you are interested in coaching, link is below, shoot me an email, and then we'll chat and figure it out. So, I'm gonna eat this, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Just finished up some emails. Feels good to get it done, out of the way, but I want to let you guys in on a little addiction I have. It's kind of embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not sure how many other people have this. I feel like I'm alone in this issue. But I cannot seem to stop eating almonds. I can't even explain. Like, you guys should see the Corolla right now. It has, I probably take 1 or 2 of these to work. Like when I go to work, I'll take 2. And I'll eat them on the way into work. I have to save, like, hoard my fat for the day because macros on these for the whole thing, 16 fat, 15 carbs, 10 protein, but there are 10 sugar alcohols, so it's really like, I guess, 5 grams of carbs. This is my guilty pleasure right now, protein almonds. They have 3 flavors. They have the dark chocolate truffle, they have the chocolate jalapeno, and then the cinnamon roll. These are by far my favorite. The chocolate truffle, my favorite. So what I'm gonna do is use Yami's link. I'm gonna get Yami's link. I'm gonna put it below. Go get some of these guys. I'm not kidding. These are the best snack ever in the history. That's gonna finish the video. I'm ending it on that note. Yes, I'm talking about almonds right now and finishing the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. I hope the adjustments, that whole talk made sense. And I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm sorry I didn't film a workout for you guys, but like I said, I was in the zone, I was ready to go, and I was enjoying it. So, thank you guys for watching. Nonetheless, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me, helps the video get seen, helps other people watch it, and hopefully my goal is just to reach as many people as possible with as much information as possible. So it's not like I'm not making money making these videos right now. My channel is small. You know, the goal isn't to make money, but I mean, it'd be nice to kind of get a little bit of a return on what I'm doing and the information I'm putting out, but that's not the goal. So please give this video a thumbs up, comment, let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, and again, email me if you guys are looking for coaching. Summer is basically here. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say I can get everybody in shape for summer because it's like 2 months away, but we can at least start. You know, that's the goal. Getting started is the hardest part. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.